Hi, Ms. Johnson.
Hi, how are you?
So I just wanted, talk a little bit about kind of getting an idea from you of how your home life is kind of set up. I've talked a lot with the doctors and the nurses just to get an idea of a good discharge plan for you once you leave the hospital. So I just wanted to kind of touch base with you and see how things are at home.
Things are good. I think they're good. I mean, I live with my son, well, my son lives with me. Um, he works during the day, so I'm by myself, but I am pretty much, I sleep on a pull-out couch, because that's just comfortable for me. I actually haven't gotten off it for a while. I've been sitting on that couch for like 2 years. I don't walk. Um, But, I mean, my son's pretty great. He gets everything ready for me before he leaves for work, packs up a cooler, lunch, things like that, drinks, anything I need. Um, and it works until he comes home for dinner, and then he makes me dinner. So it's nice.
Okay.
It's okay.
Well, I mean, it sounds like the way you have a setup with your son is kind of has been working for you somewhat.
Yeah, it works. I mean, I'm sure it's not, I'm sure everyone thinks I'm kind of crazy or, for the way it's been working, but, I mean, he helps me and I appreciate that, so, it works, yeah, it works. It's good.
Well, I know we don't think you're crazy. I wouldn't want you to think that. We're just a little bit concerned about kind of your safety with you going back home. And I know you said your son is there,
Mhm.
but he's not there 24/7.
Mhm.
So we just want to make sure that while you're at home, you're able to get your needs met, especially since, you're not mobile. You said you haven't walked in 2 years?
No, I don't move. I do work. I work at home. I actually edit textbooks, so, but I love my work, so I just stay busy, and, just as time's gone on, I just haven't been able to move. I used to be able to at least sit up, and I don't do that anymore. Even sitting up the way I am now in bed is a little uncomfortable because I haven't been like this for 2 years. But I have a puppy. My puppy's at home, and he keeps me company. He's my friend, so that helps. And I just would love to get home to my puppy. I think that would be great to be home with my dog. He
Um,
misses me.
that's really nice. What's your puppy's name?
Um, sm- Sorry, Smiley.
Smiley? Oh, that's
Yeah,
a nice name for your
yeah.
puppy.
I get really sad talking about him because I know he misses me. My daughter has him right now, but I don't know. That's really kind of all other than work
Mhm.
and my dog.
Well, I mean, you have some good things for you definitely at home right now. You're
Mhm.
able to work, and it
Mhm.
seems like it's a job that you really
I love
enjoy.
my job.
Yeah, and the
I do
fact
a
that you
really
can
good
do it at
job. Yeah.
home is definitely a plus.
Mhm.
And you have your dog Smiley at home,
Mhm.
so Smiley's around.
Yeah.
But even the other things that you kind of mentioned, you said even sitting up for you is kind of difficult, right?
Yeah. I mean, physical therapy's coming in here and just kind of getting me to a position where I'm not almost where I'm sitting straight up. And it's just pressure. There's a lot of pressure going on. I mean, I'm a big woman, so I have this big bed. So a lot of pressure is going different places, and it's just sad. It's hard knowing that, I'm young. I'm only 63,
Mm-hmm.
so I shouldn't be in this position. I shouldn't have my kids taking care of me. I took care of them my whole life, and now too young for them to care for me.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely understandable, where the point that you're at, where you've always been kind of a caretaker
Hmm.
for your children, and now,
I'm the only parent. My husband left when they were young.
yeah, so you've been taking care of your kids for a long time, and now that they're taking care of you, it seems kind of different, right?
Yeah, it's hard. They're
Yeah.
young. They're, 30 and 29, so
Mhm.
they shouldn't have to do that.
So it seems to me that you kind of want to get some of your independence back. We've been thinking, and we would like to maybe see you go to a short-term skilled rehab.
Hmm.
And at the short-term skilled rehab, you'll have more of a focus on your physical therapy needs
Hmm.
and hopefully get you mobile again. Because right now, like you said, you haven't been walking.
I mean, it'd just even be nice to maybe like get in like a chair, like a one of those fancy scooters that you see the commercials, and I could take my dog out because he has to wait till my son comes home, and that's difficult and that's not fair. And it'd be nice to on those nice days just play ball with him. He would love that. He loves me, and I think he would like playing with me outside.
Yeah, I see. Once again, I just keep hearing how you just want to be more independent again and move around, and you have your dog at home. So definitely, at a short-term school to rehab, you'll be able to do that. They can definitely help you being able to transport yourself into a wheelchair or one of those motorized scooters that you just mentioned.
That would be great.
That would be awesome, yeah. And see, that's definitely a first goal, a good goal to set up first before actually getting yourself more mobile.
Right.
And even if you can only transfer into a wheelchair or into a motorized scooter, that would definitely make us feel more comfortable that you're going to be safe at home, you'll be able to move around more.
Well, my son is I mean, it's not definite, but he's talking about actually moving out. So, I mean, if he moves out, then what? I can't, my daughter has her own things going on. She just got laid off from work, broke up with her boyfriend, bought a new house. So she has her own worries as well. So, I mean, it'd be great if, no, I mean, there was a nurse who helped me one of the last times I left here, and if I can at least transfer into a chair, and she could just come by and just make sure I was doing okay, that would, after, going to therapy in a facility, that would be nice. I wouldn't need them that much, and I could do that.
Yeah, see, I keep hearing how much you want to be more independent. And, you're giving me a lot of great ideas about, you're kind of creating a plan for yourself, not only possibly going to the short-term skilled rehab, or even just what could happen once you leave there and you're back home. I hear you saying it would be awesome to transfer in a chair. And even if your son does move out, at least you'll have that mobility. And even, you just said you had a friend who's a nurse.
Yeah.
So that's a really good plan to have, to be able to move around in a wheelchair and then still have someone come and check in on you from time to time.
Yeah.
But you're still being very independent. And I think that's one of the things that sounds like is very important to you. And coming from us at the hospital, is definitely important for us that you have that sense of independence.
No, and I know therapy keeps setting goals for me, so that's nice, and they work with me. It's just hard. I mean, I feel like I've just become so lonely, and I'd rather be by myself and work, but I never used to be like that, and I think I just let myself believe that's how I'm gonna be, and I'm still young. Still young. I mean, I can still do a lot, huh?
Definitely. You can definitely, like you said, you're still young. You're in your early 60s. We don't want your, I guess, at this point, your lack of mobility to keep you from going out and exploring your neighborhood, and even getting out and playing with your dog, Smiley. Being able to move around more. You don't have to be confined to that couch, in your house or your apartment. Even if you don't want to necessarily go out and about in town, at least you have the option to.
Yeah, that's nice. And everyone keeps telling me I could probably do so much more, and I think that's a good idea. I could probably work. You think they have where I can bring my computer and work?
Oh, definitely. You can definitely bring your computer with you. You won't have to miss out on work. Whereas here, like, you have your computer with you while you're here. You can do work there as well. Here, you're only getting, probably like 1 day of physical therapy for like 30 minutes.
Yeah, and it's not, it's just even sitting up in bed, so we haven't even gotten to the point, and I know it's going to take a while. I can't think that, in a week I'm going to be out of bed and walking around. I know that. But I just want to prove to my kids that I am capable. I mean, I did so much for them, and I want them to know I still can do so much.
Yeah, and I'm sure they do believe that you can do a lot, and I'm sure that they do want the best for you, especially since you've been there for them their whole life.
Yeah.
So it's definitely
We need each other. It's always been the three of us, so
mhm.
I can't just let go and, living the way I was that's not right. It's not right.
And I'm glad that it seems like you want to make a change. And if you go to this skilled rehab, you'll get more rigorous physical therapy.
Mhm.
You're doing it more times a day. You're doing it for longer. And they're doing more with you than just sitting up. And then, once again, they can help you learn how to transfer into a wheelchair
Yeah.
if needed.
Is it wrong to say that maybe seeing people that are worse off than me might give me...
No, it's not wrong. I mean, I think we all take our motivation from
Yeah.
different
I mean,
places.
that doesn't sound, I don't mean to say it like that, but,
Mhm.
just to see that people are in similar positions and maybe to see
Yeah.
how far they've come.
Yeah,
That
and
might
I
be...
think it's definitely understandable that you could probably be able to relate more with people who are kind of in your same situation
Yeah.
and see how far
But they might be old, and, that might be motivation because I'm not that old.
Well, not everyone in a short-term rehab is old. It ranges from young to old. It's just people that need more help with
Yeah, I shouldn't say
moving
that's not
around
nice,
and
yeah. I need to realize that I need to be there just as much as anyone else does.
yeah.
So I think that's a good idea. I just want to be home with my dog and, not rely on everyone, so.
Well, it seems like you're still kind of on the fence on whether or not this might be a good way for you to go to skill rehab or just to return home. So I'd like to, if you don't mind, maybe do a worksheet with you. And it's called a balancing worksheet.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll basically lay out pros and cons of going home or going to a skilled rehab. Would you mind if we kind of worked together and did it?
No, that would be fun. I'm not going anywhere, so I've got all the time in the world.
All right.